In the early morning of April the 11th, 1961, Major Yuri Alexeyevich Gagarin waved goodbye to his wife and baby daughter and set off on a mission of great daring and a technological triumph. For days, rumors had been going round Moscow that something spectacular was being planned. Now, this 27-year-old Air Force pilot was about to make it happen. Gagarin was on his way to becoming the first human being to fly in space. His 4.5-ton Vostok spacecraft was put into orbit around the Earth at a height of 190 miles. It took just 89 minutes to complete. Then Gagarin fired his braking rockets, came down through the atmosphere, and landed by parachute in Central Asia. He had proved that man could withstand prolonged periods of weightlessness, and he'd also survived the tremendous acceleration that no amount of testing could have foretold. News of his flight had been kept secret in case anything went wrong. When it finally emerged, the world was stunned.
Excuse me, what do you think of the news?
I think it's fantastic.
Well, I can tell you he's now back, safe and sound.
Really? I didn't think you would get back.
Man in space.
What do you feel about this generally? Do you think the Russians have whacked us?
Definitely. I really do. I think it's a marvelous achievement. I think there'll soon be a man on the moon at this rate.
And indeed there was. Gagarin arrived back from his historic flight to a hero's welcome. He'd been where no man had ventured before. He'd seen sights that no man had seen before. "The sky looks very dark," was one of his first comments. And he said he could see forests, cities, mountains and rivers all at the same time. And he was back, safe and sound. The crowds in Moscow couldn't wait to see him, and nor, of course, could the political leaders who claimed his exploit as a triumph for the Soviet system. Gagarin was sent off around the world as an unofficial Soviet ambassador. But the story has a sad end. Years later, testing a prototype fighter, Gagarin took off, apparently drunk, and died in a crash. Some said it was deliberate. He simply couldn't cope with the fame his flight had brought him.